We're going to move swiftly on at this moment in time, Andy. And all I'm going to say to you is this.
Go on.
What about that goal?
I mean,
talk to me.
Do you know?
I'm nailing it right now.
You going straight in at number one?
It's straight in at my top three. It is without doubt straight in at my top three. Now have a listen to this.
Go on.
Better than Rooney's, better than Bale's.
Yeah.
And both of them were unbelievable.
And I totally agree with you. I thought that the way that he nailed that one yesterday, Garnacho, was just astonishing, wasn't it? I said to you, do you know, I don't think you will have no doubt have tried a few. You will have had a go at a few in matches or whatever, right?
Hundreds, but without any success.
But to throw yourself up, you're hanging upside down for certainly a second or two. Oh. You are completely in a position where
absolutely
you can't see the ball. You can't actually see the ball, can you? Normally, in any sport, at the most crucial moment, you've got to be able to see the ball. But
he's got to turn his back.
He's got to turn his back to it.
He turns his back, and he'll have a look over his left shoulder to see where it's coming from.
Yeah.
And then he's got to hit it absolutely perfectly. So because 99 times out of 100, it'll be a great effort, and the keeper will save it, or it'll go over the bar. But to hit it absolutely perfectly. For us to actually sit here and say goalie had no chance.
No chance.
One overhead kick from that tells you the quality.
It was absolutely astonishing. I can't think of too many better Premier League goals and listen, the Premier League's been rolling along a very long time now, and I cannot think of anything that was hit as well as that one.
Well, is it too early to ask a punt?
No, we can ask the listeners 81089 on the text. Please let us know if you think you've seen something that tops that unbelievable strike from Alejandro Garnacho yesterday. It was simply astonishing.
It was one of the best I've ever seen there, yeah. That win obviously lifts United into 6th, and that's 4 points behind Villa, who are in the final Champions League place. Now, you and I had a chat yesterday. We were watching everything.
Yep.
Did my usual Sunday. Got myself strategically positioned on the couch.
Never moved.
400 cups of tea, about 11 rolls and bacon.
Yeah.
And it was just magic.
Yeah.
But Villa, I mean, they hung in, didn't they?
They hung in there.
Because Villa, I mean, be honest, Spurs could have been away.
3, couldn't they?
Could have been away.
Do you know, there was a couple yesterday. Son, right? There was one yesterday. Do you remember the one that was faced across I think whether it was Porro down the right side. He rolled one across the sort of penalty spot area, and he was there, and it seemed to be a fraction behind him. When I watched it again the second time, I'm thinking, well, just check your run a little bit. Just hold back a bit, because he's quick enough to walk onto anything. But I mean, he was onside. He was absolutely onside, but I just needed just to hold back a little bit.
I think you're right. I think that's one of the beauties of particularly finishing, the art of finishing. It's timing that, Andy, because we were always told you can go in and score, but it's very, very difficult to go the other way and score. Yeah. You know, so if you time the run so you're coming onto it rather than it going over your head. Yeah. I get it, sometimes it won't be perfect, but I take your point absolutely.
But you're right, they could have been Spurs again, could have been 3-up. I saw Spurs at Luton Alley away when they won the game 1-0 anyway. Bissouma got sent off that day, so they had to do it the hard way. But they could have been 3-up in the first 10 minutes in that game. And they weren't. They missed some unbelievable chances. Yesterday they played so well in that opening 15-20 minutes. They were wonderful. But Villa never went away, and if you don't take your chances, they are a dangerous team when they start attacking you. They're going great.
Brilliant. Boys are on right away.
They're
not messing about, are they? Zlatan, Sweden versus England. Trevor Sinclair for QPR. Andy Carroll for West Ham versus Bale.
That was Andy Carroll's one was an incredible strike. The only other one that I think was so amazing from such a ridiculous angle. I mean, we are talking Premier League. We'll keep it Premier League because we got Van Basten from Euro 88 and all of those ones. What about Paolo Di Canio's one, the West Ham one?
Oh, brilliant.
Do you remember that one?
Oh,
when he was on the other, he was like such a tight angle, wasn't it?
Man.
talkSPORT Breakfast, waking you up Monday to Friday morning from 6 a.m. on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.